Hello guys and welcome. This is the official channel where you will find your Royal Chaos tutorials. So today we're going to start at the very beginning of the game, which is pretty much creating your character in a new server. So the first time you play this game, you're going to have to choose a server to create your character in. And one of the things with this game is that you can actually have any number of characters in any of the servers. So as you can see, there are two characters I have in use. So what that means is I have a character in each of those that I'm working on. So if I go into 112 or 111, I will have my character there and we'll continue where I left off. Now if I go into a new server number, essentially I'll be creating a new character from scratch, which is what I'm going to show you guys today. Alright, so this is really for the beginners who haven't played the game yet, just looking kind of for the edge to figure out the strategy early on. Now, choosing your server, there isn't really any sort of strategy to that. The only thing that will really matter with your server later on is how interactive you are with your local chat, which I'll get into later, and also your confidant, which is basically your husband or wife in the game. You can only marry somebody who is on your server in this game. So if you meet someone in a chat room and you decide that you want to pursue a confidant relationship with them, you actually have to create an account in their server, or they'll have to create one in your server in order to make that possible. So we're just going to kind of go in blind. I'm not looking to marry anyone right off the bat or anything like that. So I'm just going to choose a server. Now it does tell you which ones are hot. I am in North America, so I am going to pick an NA server. And I'm just going to go with the newest one, S177. Alright, so I'm going to go in their newest server. And it's basically going to start right from the beginning. So we have the characters. We can pick male or female. Basically, it'll really just change the storyline depending on which one you choose. Both my characters are female so far. I'm probably going to do another female character just for the fun of it. And you can choose essentially what class your character is. So there's the physician, there's a scholar, a guard, and gourmet. And they each kind of have their attributes. You can see on that little map in the bottom how those attributes really help that character. Early on, it's hard to really tell how much it matters, but some things are pretty obvious. For example, the guard, they have a strong point towards the direction of shield, which means you'd want them to be in your front line protecting your stronger characters. But then the scholar, for example, is more pointed towards damage and range. So you'd probably want to keep that character in your back line and have them well protected so that they can attack very strong. So for this time around, I do already have a physician character and a scholar character. I think I'm going to go ahead and try the gourmet character, just for the fun of it. Or, maybe we'll do a guard. Nope, we're doing gourmet. Alright, so once you pick your class, you hit next. Now, you won't be able to change your class until pretty deep into the game. There isn't an opportunity to change it once you can transform your character, but it will take hours and hours and essentially weeks of gameplay until you'll get there. So you get to choose the design for your character. Now this doesn't really matter too much because you can actually alter it at any time. So just kind of pick whatever you'd like to start. Really doesn't make a difference. And then later on you'll be able to choose different outfits, and every outfit kind of has its own attribute. And we'll get into that a little bit more later. So I think that looks pretty nice. I'm going to go with this outfit right here. You get to name your character. I'm going to name mine ABG Princess. And enter. There you go. Oh, won't let me do that. Okay, well, I guess I can't have the same name twice. So we're going to call it ABG Queen. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, so ABG Queen. That's our new account. Alright, so we're going to start the game off. So essentially the theme of the game is to move yourself up in this empire There we go. The Empire of Concubines. So there's hundreds and hundreds of concubines you're competing with, trying to become the best. And you do that by leveling up your team and moving forward in the game. So we're going to skip this for now. When you guys play for yourselves, you can actually go ahead and watch all the storylines. I choose to skip them after a little while in the game, just kind of out of the boredom of watching it happen over and over again. But some people are really into this, so feel free to watch all when you play. We're just going to go ahead and tap the skip button in the top corner. Now this is the first official battle of the game. Now this is your team on your side, and then you're facing Empress Xiao and their team. So essentially, we're going to put the speed up all the way down to 1, so it's nice and slow for you. Now, each character essentially has their strengths and weaknesses, as well as the opposing team. So there's certain types of attacks that each character has as a specialty. Some are healers and can actually heal you with hit points. Some are tanks, which are characters that basically will absorb a lot of the enemy's attacks in order to protect your back line. And so kind of as you can see right now, it's just kind of a back and forth sort of battle. Now you don't actually have any controls within battle. All the control is actually leading up to the battle. So it's the strategy of figuring out where the placement should be of your characters, who you should make stronger, what sort of attributes they should have. So as you see, they just wiped out 4 of my characters. I just wiped out 4 of their characters, and that's the official first battle. So it's kind of interesting seeing it at the beginning of the game because essentially the entire game is centered around these battles. There's different ways you can do the battles, different prizes or things you can recover from winning depending on what type of battle you're doing. So once again, we're going to skip. Now, we're finally at the main page of the game. Now, this is the battle screen. This is where you get to meet everybody and chat. You can meet people in your local server or other servers. Now, they just moved us to the bedroom. So the bedroom is kind of like your personal main page. This is where you collect your daily rewards. And you'll see anytime there's those red dots, there's essentially something that you can retrieve or check out that's new. So as the game's prompting, we're going to recruit first and get right to it. So recruit is where we draw cards for characters that we can add onto our team. There's different classes of characters based on their strength. And so the red characters are the rare characters, like him, for example, Shizen. It's a little bit harder to draw them, especially right off the bat. But essentially, we're working up to trying to have a team of mostly, or if not all, red characters. I think realistically, once you get pretty deep in the game, you want a team of all red. So we're going to go ahead and do a normal draw, since we have a silver token to do that. Now, hopefully we'll get a hero right off the bat. And we did. We got Wenji. So Wenji is a hero now. Once we go to our hero page, we can put her on our line. You'll see our main character is there. That's the one we just made. Now we're going to deploy Wenji and put her on the line. Now if we click on her, if the game lets me, if you click on her, you'll get to kind of see her strengths and weaknesses. It looks like the prompts are really just trying to walk me through the game right now, so I can't do that. But if you just click right on the character, it'll tell you what their strengths and weaknesses are. It looks like they're going to just throw us right into battle. We got ABG Queen up in the front row with Wenji, and then 2 other characters that aren't officially on our team fighting as well. Since we're still kind of in a tutorial stage, I'm just going to skip this battle for now so we can save the talk for when the battles are kind of more important. So you can hit that button in the top right to skip. We do have the victory, we do get some rewards, and it looks like we got some experience points and coins, and the experience points was enough to move up, so now we are level 2. Alright, so one of the cool things about this game, you do have auto battle mode, which means that when you are offline, you're actually gathering rewards. So if you don't play for 24 hours, once you log back in, there's actually going to be quite a few gains waiting for you. So right now it's showing me my online battle gangs. So I'll kind of explain a little bit everything that's on the screen right here. Now these upgrade pills, you need these in order to upgrade your characters. Now there's several different ways to upgrade. You can awaken your character. You can just do a normal upgrade, and you can also transform them once you get to a certain level. Now these are just standard upgrade pills. You'll need to collect tons of them. These are XP pills. Essentially, you feed these to your characters to higher their XP, which will level them up. And then these little character icons with the cut corners, those are shards. So shards are also what you'll need to upgrade your characters, and you can also synthesize your characters if you collect enough shards, which means, say for example, I have 100 or 150 Jinki shards, whatever the number is. I can actually synthesize that character and have Jinki instead of trying to just draw him from the draw that we did earlier. And then at the bottom, those green squares are our armor. They'll start off very weak. You'll always get this weak armor. For the time being, we're just going to put the armor right on our team, and then later on we'll smelt it and then upgrade the armor. Alright, so it's throwing us right into the story mode. We're just going to go ahead and skip the prompts again. Just kind of get right to the chase. To be continued. Sometimes they'll give you rewards just for going through the story mode. So it looks like I just gained some experience, some coins, some XP pills, and then a rare draw token. So I'm going to go ahead and claim that. I'm probably going to bump up a level again. Yep, so now we're all the way at level 5. Now at the beginning of the game, it's pretty quick pace moving up. But later on, it'll definitely take more time. So we're going to, now that we kind of have a free range over what we can do, we're going to go over to the hero page. And I'm just going to show you what I was talking about earlier with Wenji. You can click right on her. This is actually really valuable information. I never really looked at this when I first started playing the game, but it really kind of tells you the strengths and weaknesses of each of your characters. So as you can see, she has a higher HP, a higher attack number, defense is decent, everything else is pretty much a lower number. So a character like this with such a high attack, I'd really want to give her a lot of attack gems, which I'll talk about later, or just general things that will make her attacks stronger. And as you can see, these are all grayed out for the time being, but once we start to upgrade our character, they're actually going to activate new powers, and you'll see, for example, if we put her up one more upgrade, she'll have 420 HP added on. So once you kind of start to upgrade them, they become a lot stronger and gain more might, which is that number right underneath her. So that number kind of is the overall basis of how strong your team is. You basically add the might all together, and that's your total might, which you'll see up at the top of the screen, 7,610. So that armor, you can see all those red dots. We're going to click on those red dots and equip the armor that we have. As you can see, with adding this equipment, the might will increase. So now it went up 268 points again. Now we're at 4,600 just for my main character. Now let's go over to Wenji, and we can level her up. As you see, we have some of those purple XP pills. We're just going to do a quick level up, so to level up as hard as we can. And it looks like we got her to level 5. Since they cannot be stronger than your main character, we have to level up our main before we can level up Wenji more. Alright, so that's a good start, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put in another video for kind of the next stages going on from here. If you guys like what you see, let me know. I'm happy to do more of these. I'm probably going to go ahead and try to do 10 tutorials, and if you guys are really into it, I'll kind of continue to let you know the secrets to the game and kind of how to navigate through this otherwise pretty complicated game. Alright guys, talk to you soon.